Hello, this is going to be messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Libra, we have new life coming out for you. The purpose of this reading is your soul contract. And at this very point in time, a brand new life is wanting to come in for you. So the old has passed away and the new is coming in. This is your purpose at this point in your life, is to bring in a brand new life. Number 4 is indicated here, which could be a new mother. This is a feminine energy. Some of you guys could be getting pregnant or expecting children at this time. If not, there could be a strong divine feminine here who is experiencing some sort of waking up to their purpose at this time. New life. That's number 4, and this has to do, I believe, with Jupiter being in Cancer right now. Because that's the home and the hearth. So you could be expanding in that area or considering moving into a new place or just making some sort of big change in your life. So that's for you. You're feeling it's time for a new life, then this is for you. Okay. All right. So the purpose here, what's the cycle you're going through right now? What's the cycles you've been going through? For Libras, what cycles have they been going through? Shadow work, shadows. Yes. Oh, goodness me. It's funny because I was looking at my November witch's calendar and it says, because today's Monday, the 17th of November, and the moon is in Libra right now. And we have a new moon in Scorpio coming in overnight tomorrow and the next day. But anyway, there's a little message here that says to remove anger and stop war, use wormwood. Wormwood is an herb. So there's something here about war and anger and getting grounded. And the shadow here is calling that out. Like, where have you been unhappy with, where you feel like I know what I should do, but then I do the opposite of what I should do sometimes because my passions or my emotions might take me a different path. Now, the shadow is what I've learned about shadow work is we all have shadow. We all need shadow. You cannot have light without having shadow. Um, but shadow is here to protect you because something has happened in your life, some sort of cycle that you've been going through, um, has kept you having to defend yourself and have better boundaries, and um, you really need to protect your divinity in this new life that's coming in. Uh, Shadow is okay to have, but then whenever like this new life might not need that shadow. It might not need you to the shadow to defend you or to protect you or stand up for you. It's like this. I was taking a class with on shadow work one time, and this guy was like, "Here, take an avatar. This is an avatar, a stick man, okay? And then I want you to start writing about your shadows, like fears, insecurities, anger, resentment, and then also look for signs in your body, like if you're having heart pain, means you're carrying too much stress. Feet, here's your foundation needs more peace in your life. Everywhere you go, your feet should be, walking in peace. But if you're not, they could be walking in resentment. Um, so anyway, this is the shadow, but these are here for a reason. Like somebody made you feel insecure, so that you had to establish a stronger boundary, or somebody made you feel insecure, so then you felt fear. But what if you left that old cycle behind and you're coming into a new cycle? What do you do with all of these shadows that you've collected? And basically what he was saying was, is you just say, thank you, shadow. So we'd say, thank you, shadow, for being there to protect me. I know you're out here for my best and highest good. Thank you, shadow. However, I'm moving into a new life right now, and I no longer need that anger. I no longer need that insecurity. I don't need that resentment. I don't need that fear. I don't need that anger. I don't need the war, you know. So that's the cycle that they're saying that some of y'all have been in, and this new life is saying you don't need to take that with you when you go, okay? Now, it's easier said than done. It's a process of acknowledgement. You've got to, first of all, acknowledge your behavior or the way that you're responding to people, and how it's caught you in a loop. If you're in a loop of any kind of, any of those kind of energies, or not feeling good enough, even I'm hearing, or some sort of negativity, that's been a nice little protective bubble for a while. It's getting popped. We're popping that pimple. So gross. That's what I saw, though. Okay, so what are some of these past life themes that you've been dealing with? Past life themes that you've been dealing with? What's some themes you've been dealing with in the past? Issues at home and jealousy. Wow. A jealous mother, a jealous sibling, home. Are you jealous? Someone jealous of you and your stability in your home? These are past life themes. Jealousy is just, I don't hate jealousy, because even the Bible says, God says I'm a jealous God. No, I always thought that was weird. But I'm learning the difference between jealousy and envy. And envy is wanting what somebody else has and going to take it, or making sure that they don't have it. Jealousy, on the other hand, could be just a little bit like, oh, I really wish I had that beautiful, peaceful home. Oh, I really wish that my mom would act like that. I wish my mom was cool. Or I wish I had a nice house, or home, or stability, or something like that. Looking at other people, and maybe just feeling a little jealous because maybe your life wasn't perfect, or someone's jealous of you, vice versa. But it has to do something to do with in your home. And this totally can do with siblings, okay? Or a mother figure, which is weird because mothers, I hate to say that, but mothers can sometimes get jealous of their daughter-in-laws, especially if they're, meddling mother-in-laws. So some of you guys could be dealing with that, okay? And your past life themes. So that's why that shadow would be there, like, oh, you keep that mother-in-law away from me, or you keep that family member away from me, or this person's jealous of me. I don't want them around me because I can feel their energy. Yeah, there's a level of confidence and leveling up that's coming for you, Libra. And so these are the energies that we're dealing with at this time. Let's talk about destiny. Let's talk about destiny. What's destiny look like for Libras? Destiny for Libra. You're destined to be a healer. Now, I did a reading for you, and I got about a minute or two in, and I decided to stop because I didn't feel like I was connecting with it. But a lot of these cards were in that first reading, and this is one of them. So it's your destiny to be the healed one here, okay? That's the Eye of Horus, okay? You are the one is destined to heal this childhood wound, I'm hearing. The shadow and the jealousy. You're the one that's here to address this. It's time to bring in new life now. What kind of patterns have you been stuck in? You're stepping into a new healed life. What kind of patterns, though, have you been in? What kind of patterns have you been in, Libra? Safe travels. Hmm. Number 30. Safe travels. Doesn't really feel like you've had roots for some of you. Like you could travel a lot, like, yeah. I was just thinking about a friend of mine. She popped into my mind, and she travels for work. So she just stays in hotels a lot, and she's single. And that's a pattern for some of you guys of not having any roots. That's why there's home. That's why the jealousy in the home is here. Maybe some of you guys are jealous because you don't get enough time to spend at home because you're on the road all the time. You know what I mean? Could be traveling for work, but this is a pattern of maybe running. I'm seeing a dog doing this, chasing its tail in circles like this. It's your destiny to be healed, to be the healer, to bring in this new life. Talk to me about the safe travels. That's the patterns. Power. It was in the reverse, but I don't really feel like I'm supposed to take reverses in this deck. Gratitude in reverse. If we are going to read them in the reverse, then we'll say that you might feel like you haven't had the power. You might feel like you've lost your power. And if that's the case, it can be reclaimed, but it comes through gratitude. These colors match, by the way. I'll turn them in the upright. Take your power back by remaining grateful and having gratitude. And that's clarifying your safe travels. Because there could be something on your path on those safe travels that you're going to be very grateful for. And it has tied to this new life. If you have the power to travel, then so be it. Time to take your power back. I feel like some of you guys have just laid it down. All right, what's this jealousy card all about? What is this jealousy card about? Lovers. Some of you guys, this could have to do with longing to be married and have that partnership that you have, like the American dream. So yeah, you're on the road all the time. Boom, boom, boom. In and out. I'm talking to a Libra that's on the road a lot. Jumping, like, you don't stick around long. You move around a lot. We have the Emperor in the reverse. Okay. Oh, that's that power in the reverse we saw earlier. That's feeling like you can't take control of a situation. If you notice, he's holding that Ankh in his hand, which is the new life. See the Ankh? Aries energy. This could have something to do with self-esteem. Not knowing your value. It is a 4. We talked about the 4th house. Mother-father issues. Jealousy is being clarified by the Emperor in the reverse. So an Aries is jealous of you? Aries is your opposite sign, though. It's got to do with your independence. Somebody's jealous of your independence. Oh, that makes sense now. You know, it could be a father figure or a mother figure. It doesn't have to be, or someone that has power over, a lot of control, or an Aries. Because look how his hand is on the world too, like travel. Like your vision is global, and their vision's locked down to the home and the hearth, and that's all this person can see. So they're jealous of or you are vice versa. Somebody wants to change it up. Somebody wants to do something different. So if you travel for work, some of you guys are wanting to settle down. If you are settled down, some of you guys might be wanting to travel. Jealousy is the Emperor in the reverse. Kind of controlling and domineering energy. That's how you know when someone's jealous of you, or if you're acting in jealousy, because you'll use your power incorrectly. Like we saw here, power in the reverse. Ungratefulness. Ungratefulness is keeping some of us stuck. But the Emperor's sometimes a boss figure as well, or somebody in charge or leadership, or fire sign. Why is the Emperor in the reverse? Clarifying jealousy. The Star card. Aquarius. It's in the upright. They want to heal the situation with you. There is something that's a little off balance on getting control of a situation here. Travel maybe not being possible for some of us. You know, our airlines have been half staffed for over a couple months now here in the United States due to the government shutdown. But here we have the healer and the star card. So you can turn this thing around. Aquarius, Aries. Cardinal fire, fixed air, the star. We are entering the age of Aquarius, kicking it off in 2025 and really rolling it into the next 20 years over the 2006. So, a lot of things could be changing that are going to be outside of your control. More of a humanitarian, looking out for others versus, self. Because Aries energy focuses on your identity and your purpose, just you. But you're a Libra, so you focus on the we. We talk about this a lot on this channel. And so I think for some of you guys, you're like, what about the we? Why is it always got to be all about the me? So you are dealing with somebody that's very jealous and controlling. Looks like it could be you know, tell me about this Aries. There you are. Okay, yeah. There you are, Justice. And the Nine of Swords. So you've had enough of this person. This is a tyrant. This is a tyrant that causes dark nights of the souls. And you are here to bring in balance. And that's 11, which is 11th house in astrology. Something fair and healing. So what is this night dark of the soul? What's going on? What's this dark night of the soul about? See if I could snoop. Six of Cups. It's just memories from the past. This is just past life memories, y'all. These are past life themes. Six of Cups. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, so you could have grown up with a father as a tyrant or something like that. Very jealous, but actions and advice. Actions and advice. Lighted pathway. Actions and advice. We still have 2 weeks left in November, so this is going to be your November second half reading. You could have picked up some bad habits from a controlling, domineering father figure or grandfather, I'm hearing. And you're recognizing that at this time, like, oh, I sound like my mother or I sound like my father. Oh my, like recognizing things about yourself that you maybe didn't want to see before. That caused you to have shadow, taking on somebody else's shadow. Actions and advice for our Libras, please. It is time to have a talk. They want you to think positive thoughts when you have this conversation. Actions and advice. Somebody's very unhappy without you, so if this is an estranged family situation, they are very unhappy without you. Actions and advice. Starting a business. Ooh, okay. Just like that. Like I said, that Aries can also be that boss. Starting a business. Hmm. Anything else for Libra? Right now. Right now. It's time to talk right now about starting a business. They are very unhappy without you. Think positive thoughts. Don't let your shadow come in there and mess this up, because right now there's a new opportunity opening up for you. That looks like something from the past, potentially. It's going to bring balance. It's going to be a wish fulfillment. Ooh. But I don't think you're going to be able to take this old with you, this old life. These old life past themes. That's why we need to talk about it. We need to talk about this right now, Libra. All right, folks. Well, if you are starting a business and or thinking about getting in some sort of partnership or anything like that, they usually recommend we wait until after Mercury retrograde. That sucker's wrapping up pretty soon. When do you end? This Mercury end. Will it tell me on this catalog? Mercury goes direct November the 29th. This is November 17th. So, 12 days away. 12 days away. That's also going to take us into around Thanksgiving time if you celebrate. So, a gratitude reminds me of Thanksgiving. It is in the reverse. So, this says make the first move, by the way. Make the first move. It's time to start that business right now for you. Apparently, you guys can handle it. For anybody else out there, you might want to wait till after get to December. All right, that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope this has helped you transform your life and put you on a path where you're successful in this new business endeavor. I'm excited for you, and I hope it's successful. I speak blessings over it, but we're going to have to keep that shadow in check. All right, y'all. Time to talk.